Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome. How's everybody doing, guys? Thank you so much for being here. Let me let everybody know we are live. We are live now on the community wall. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully, notifications went out. Hold up, y'all. My mic is all crazy. Then I can pay attention to the chat. Ooh, look at this. Hold up. We got something that just popped in. Hold up 1 minute. Oh Lord. Keefe D. Sean Combs wanted Tupac Shakur killed. Why is this news when we kind of knew that? I love it when the people were right about something or somebody. You know what I mean? Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, welcome. Let me shout out some people. Pika, thank you for being here. Shout out to James, said he's going to watch the replay. Thank you, James. Shout out to you. Jen hates social media. Shout out to Jen. Thank you. Chico's number 10. Heidi, welcome. Thank you. Hope you had a great birthday. Shout out to you. Cheeks is in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Justin Timberlake is joining the war in the Ukraine. He's going to be stationed doing the what? Are you kidding me? James. Shout out to James. You always got to be funny. Chat says he's a very yeasty guy that you don't take home to your mother. I was trying to wait, what? What happened? I was in Rabbit's Live when the JT was being discussed. I was timed out for reminding it was just a suspicion at that point. Sue, I don't know what you're talking about. When were you timed out? I just started. Shout out to you. Deb, thank you for being here. Psych on the Rocks, thank you. Let's see who else is in the chat. Pony Slave, thank you. Yeah, Girl, y'all are too funny. Just a tea, please. Thank you for being here. Kiki, welcome. Shannon, welcome. Let's see who else. Mountain Princess. Deborah, Erica, welcome. Everybody, beautiful, messy balls in the house. Don, Deb, thank you. Venomous Vixie, thank you for being here. Sandy, welcome. Doc is in the house. Welcome. Shout out to my member, Doc. Don, Shelly, Kelly, thank you for being here. Evil Queen, welcome. Oh my gosh. You said seriously, Keefy has. I know. I'm like, why is this news? Tina McBride, thank you for being here. Mr. Gamer, welcome. Everybody. Karen Lee, Body Illusions. I see you guys. Thank you. Kimmy, welcome. You finally caught a live reality check. Welcome. Train Monkey, where have you been? I ain't seen you in a hot ass minute. Where have you been? Welcome. Beast has always given me the ick and brought me the wrong way. What is going on? Listen, this weekend was crazy on the Twitter X streets. Soulless, welcome. Sins of Scientology, welcome. Rem, ooh, I know it's going to be hot as hell today. I could feel it. I could feel it in my soul. It's going to be hot today. Bo Beats, thank you. Welcome. If I miss speaking to you, sorry, y'all. Shout out to Chico. Welcome, welcome, Chico. Don't get in trouble now. If you're working, you gotta work. Okay, you know you gotta work. Shout out to everybody. You should always miss Slice. Lately, crazy things have been happening. Trey Monkey says I've been around, but I've just been silent. Well, dang, not a lot to say, huh? Welcome, Jamie. How you doing, love? Thank you so much for. I think you emailed me regarding Aaron Carter and that stuff right there. I decided let me do a little check-in with you guys. So this weekend was very interesting. I decided to do a little bit more like Lou Pearlman stuff and just looking into stuff. Now there's no video or anything like that, but hey R. But I'm amazed that some of this stuff is like, oh my god, how do people get away with shit? I mean, the guy is dead now, so there's that, but still. Gotcha, Chico. Shout out to Chico. All right, so let's get it together. Let me see what we got on the poll. So we got like what, 60. The poll is still going up. We're gonna talk about Justin Timberlake, Mr. Yeast, and Gypsy Rose. I'm looking to see which one's got the highest votes, who's got the lower votes. Yes, Jamie, that whole Lou Pearlman stuff is a mess. It just makes me upset to think about stuff like that. So yeah, it totally made me upset to see those videos. So, but it made me look into some other things. There might be a video on it, not really sure. I feel like people aren't really interested in Lou Pearlman right now. I don't know. I get the sense that people are kind of tired of it, but I just keep finding different things that I didn't know and I'd like to share them, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get it together. Let's talk about, listen, let's start with Gypsy Rose, okay? Y'all ready to talk about Gypsy Rose? So as we were talking about Keefe D, we all knew the crime, right? Gypsy Rose kind of she's always making headlines because of some of the blogs and stuff that are happening. So I guess the crime scene photos of DeeDee Blanchard were leaked, but they were already out there. So I'm not really sure how people are like just now looking at DeeDee Blanchard's photos. There's a lot of disturbing photos out there. One specific one, and I can't show it here because it's just too damn disturbing. But one specific one is like, you see DeeDee, her face is like wedged on like between the bed and the pillows and stuff, and she was brutally stabbed, okay? Or she was bloody in the back. So I look at it, I see somebody that was stabbed. So all of these photos are resurfacing, and people are having the reaction of like, how do people support Gypsy Rose? How do people support this? She was 23 when this crime was committed, yada yada yada. And so people are having a reaction to it. And I just didn't know, like, how do you all know that these photos are not out there? They've been out there. Even before the wife, what is it? Fancy Maselli. Before, those were out there way before like that too. Because I remember seeing some of those and I didn't even know who the hell Fancy Maselli was. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff going back and forth with this whole situation. And then you have Without a Crystal Ball, who has like fallen out of graces, I guess, with Gypsy Rose. And that whole situation, yes, please hit the like button. That whole situation is interesting to me because I'm like, girl, how are you going to change your tune now? After like every time, who was it? Flawless Nina or somebody made a video on Gypsy Rose, you were immediately on the defense about you have the deets about Gypsy Rose. Like I just kind of like I side-eye this whole situation, if you know what I mean. I don't get it. That's what she does, and I get that. Like, I know, but like you said that you were talking to this family for X amount of years, okay? Not only talking to this family, but you're defending her. She was like, you don't need, like, why? People do the most, I swear, when it comes to these, like Z-list celebrities, if you call Gypsy Rose that, because I don't see her as a celebrity. I'm just gonna say that. I have not watched the show. It's not that I don't want to. I was turned off by Gypsy Rose's behavior online immediately. I do feel like she might have suffered through something with her mother, but when you really take a look at the case, it does give you a different way of looking into things, if that makes sense. Yeah, well, she got like 10 or 11. Fuck, I don't even. She got like 7 or 5. I don't know. And every situation is different. Tinkle Tits, thank you. I don't know why you clapping, but shout out to you. I don't understand it. I don't understand what the fascination is with the whole Gypsy Rose. Oh, she got about 7. Well, there you go. I don't know. And so I don't know, man. If she keeps fucking around and leaking information, she might have like number 8 at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Matt, for saying that. Not only should Gypsy not be a celebrity, but it's bad for her. Well, and like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, there are a lot of people out there that went through similar situations like Gypsy Rose and didn't do the bullshit that Gypsy Rose did. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you can call it whatever you want, but it's bullshit, right? Like, she committed a crime. She's still serving time. She's still initially, under the supervision of the state, infamous or no famous, right? Like, nowadays, The way the internet is working, you guys can be infamous or famous, but align yourself with the reality TV stars, right? The Kim Kardashians come to your house and you have a little cameo or whatever, and you have things like that. I'm just so over it, y'all. I cannot. You said I think she chose not to look at all the info. Thank you, Jordy T. Girl, she was in communication with these people for years. She chose not to look at all the information out there. When she started to feel taken advantage of, she opened her eyes. Better late than never, I guess. But the thing is like, when did she realize she was starting to get taken advantage of? And like I said, everybody's got their own experience. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has to experience things a little bit different for themselves. But like, even now, it just amazes me that the internet is going crazy over the Gypsy Rose murder photos. You guys can find them on Google. Okay. I don't know why I'm sorry. I don't think that they should be behind a Patreon or behind anything. No shade, but all the shade. I'm just going to say that, because it's like, girl, a year ago, y'all remember Gannon Stout? You guys remember Gannon Stout? Didn't the girl put all those autopsy photos behind her Patreon? Y'all remember that? So for me, it's like, how is this any different? Why? Because DeeDee, people didn't like DeeDee, or the narrative that's been painted out there of her. At the end of the day, it's like, DeeDee, she might be a shit person, or she was a shit person in life, but still, like, she's not here to say anything. And you guys are starting to see some stuff that is like red flags about Gypsy. You know what I mean? Yes, thank you. Said, I hate that she leads others to believe the false info, but at least she's trying to correct the record now. Yeah, Jordy T, I think for me, it's not the first time that she's done that, though. I think that's kind of where I'm like, but that's just my opinion, Jordy T. Shout out to you. Oh, well, thank you, Shane. Shout out to you. Thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere, love. Shout out to you. You said when COVID hit, I started watching Netflix show about brujas, and one of the main guys was a crystal ball. You want to tell Tinkle Tits, tell the people what brujas is, all right? Tell them. Hey, Team Maker, it won't matter. This is the internet. It'll get out. That's Team Maker has been out. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, if you are really into stuff like, I'm just going to say this. I'm not showing them here. Those pictures are brutal. They're brutal, okay? It's a crime scene. Those pictures are very brutal, and you're watching that. Yeah, witches. You said, I don't think she should have access to the internet while on parole since Jamie. See, that's a good point. Why isn't it like under her conditions of her parole? You're talking about Gypsy Rose? Because you guys remember she used the internet to fool the internet when she was allegedly missing. Y'all remember that? So keep that in mind. That's a good point, Jamie. Yes. Thank you for saying that. It's been out, but don't put it behind a paywall, for God's sakes. For what? That's what I personally don't agree with that. Like, if you guys want to find them, you'll find them. You can Google search these photos. They're available to the public. And they weren't from there. They weren't leaked from there. Please note that. They were actually already out years ago, okay? When the crime occurred, all right? So it's not like you guys are getting exclusive information. That's the piece that I don't like. I don't like if you're telling people you're giving them exclusive information, or you're paying for, you know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is out. That's all. If she would have came out of prison and educated people on her mental struggles, I'd probably respect her. Thank you. But now she's out trying to be a celebrity, and it's a no for me. I agree with you on that. Like, I was excited because I was like, damn, that's great, and I spoke very highly about the potential, and I still feel like she has a lot of potential, but it was so interesting. I still remember back on those streams a couple months ago when we all were talking about her. I asked you guys, I still remember, and I asked you guys, what are you guys going to do if she gets pregnant? You guys think that she can have a baby? You think she should have a baby? Where do you guys stand? And not that anybody can control that, but now there's this narrative being built on that. And the thing is that, whatever the situation was, whether it was a planned pregnancy for reality TV, whatever it was, I do feel bad for the fact that that little baby is not going to have a normal life, just like Gypsy Rose didn't have a normal life. Does that make sense? We are repeating the cycle of this. Y'all remember, okay? DeeDee. I still remember when was it DeeDee and Gypsy Rose got to meet Hillary Clinton at the White House? Y'all remember that? DeeDee used Gypsy Rose that way when she was much younger, okay? That she exploited her medical stuff. We'll put that out there. How is this going to be any different than that? Y'all understand? Like, I was thinking about this as a mom, and like I said, we all make mistakes. You know, thank you. Even whether it's Ken or Ryan, whoever the hell the daddy is, it's so sad to me to see this situation, because you guys, like, it's repeating again. You guys, y'all just keep that in mind. Hey Joe, welcome. Gypsy shouldn't be allowed. She could pony slave. She couldn't even keep that damn little dog. Remember, she got that dog before. Like, what happened to the doggy? Does Ryan still have it? I'm just saying. You said any potential she has is being spent on grifting. What was Jordy T? What was up with it? Does anybody know about this whole, like, was it the baby shower? Not the baby shower, the gifting thing. Didn't you do like a little, like, baby gift thing or something like that, and everybody like bought every gift? Who did that? Didn't they do something like that? So yeah, you're right. She could do a lot of good if she wanted to, but you can't force people to do anything. That's right. She didn't put up she put up a list. She didn't put up a list of the things wanted for the baby. She did or she didn't? Was it an Amazon wish list? Little Miss, did she put something out on Amazon of what she wanted? You said no, baby. Sorry. She did? Did everything get purchased? A registry. That's what it's called. Why can't I think of the word? I can't think of the word. She did, and everything got bought. It's crazy. So, what are the chances? Because there's this conversation about having, like, a Gypsy Rose has like this little chromosome deletion or some deletion of something, right? What are the chances of that being passed on to the baby? Like, that's another factor to it too. So yeah, it was like a registry. The photo of DeeDee was disturbing. Thank you, Flea Factory. That photo of Med Cabinet was equally disturbing. All of these photos are disturbing. I would say that. Like, DeeDee, you could tell that she didn't even put up a fight. If you look at those photos, she didn't even put up a fight. Penny Lane, I like to know who's buying, right? Who's buying, and the fact that I'm finding out. So without a crystal ball, also I heard some. Now I don't know how much. Please take it with, however, if you find any credibility to what she says. I'm just gonna say this. She did say that there was a trust fund for one of the movies or things that she did. So they're sitting on a couple of trust funds for some of the, I think, HBO doc, and then what is it, The Act, and the other ones. And so Gypsy Rose is not broke, you guys. She's not broke whatsoever. But then again, is everybody here feeding that monster too? Like, are we all feeding that monster? If okay, let me just say this. If Yolanda Saldívar were to be released and she started a reality TV show, we would have problems. I would move to Texas. That's how let me just say this. We would have some problems. So I just want to make sure, who are we glorifying in this whole situation? You know? Thank you, Jordan. Meanwhile, there's people out there that can't even fucking afford diapers, and everybody's buying this girl all of her shower gifts, registry gifts. She said, R says she came out and said no one actually bought anything. LOL. They reserved them so no one else would buy them. Really? Is that true? Weird. Hey, Candy Slive. You said I'm here for Rabbit. Well, thank you. Shout out to you guys. I don't give a review, but it's just crazy to me that shout out to Peak. Shout out to Tico Tits. It's crazy to me that just kind of like people are really surprised about these crime scene photos. If you're really surprised about these crime scene photos, then you haven't done enough research on Gypsy Rose. You said supposedly somebody marked them all as purchased, but never bought anything to troll her. Really? I do feel some type of way. Joe, you ain't never lie. I do feel some type of way about the trolling, because like people were trolling her using like a DeeDee Blanchard account. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool. Mm-mm. I kind of draw like I'm like, listen, y'all want to make fun of the girl? Fine, make fun of the girl, but to troll her under a DeeDee Blanchard account, that's too much. You know? No. A Taylor's like, I'm painting my nails. Girl, paint your nails. Yes, it's true. If anything is bought, then all you can do is donate cash. Oh my gosh, this is too much. You said there's so many worthy charities. Why wouldn't they just donate all of that shit over to like a charity? You said you sent an Apple Watch to someone I met on Twitter Spaces. Oh, well, Tinkle, that's because you're nice. Shout out to Tinkle Tits. Or did Gypsy say that so that the people would care about the money? Oh, see what I'm saying, Jordy? Is like everything that she says, you have to question. You have to question. Y'all do your own research if you're going to be supporting celebrities. Like, because this is how you create Kim Kardashians. This is how y'all create the Kardashians. You know what I mean? And famous people get free crap. Always get free crap. It doesn't matter if they are decent or not. It doesn't. She could have donated. I mean, a lot of donations could have been made towards something. Why would anybody expect functional behavior from a person that had that childhood? Joe, thank you for asking that question. That's my question, y'all. That's my concern for her child. Okay, that's my concern. How do we expect, because the girl doesn't have the tools, like the way she's being even described now that she's being exposed by the other blogger, right? She's being like described as somebody who is so irresponsible. Now, not that I believe everything that the other woman says, but what is she giving us here online is what she's been projecting. Gypsy Rose has been showing who she is. There is nothing but Gypsy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I held a little bit of like hope for her, because I was like, you know, she could really do some really great stuff here and everything. But I don't know if she can. I don't know. I don't know. And it's just scary. And I just really hope that generationally that somebody cuts this generation curse, because we're seeing it play out right in front of everybody's eyes. What everybody does not like, what they've painted the enemy, which is DeeDee Blanchard. How do we know we're not seeing that with Gypsy Rose? That's what really kind of gets to me, where I was like, you know, and I hate to say it that way, but aren't we a projection of our parents, whether we like our parents or not? Aren't we a little bit of that, whether we like our parents or not? You know, if there's qualities I don't like about my parents, so I have to figure out how to change that, right? And I can own that. I can be like, I don't like how my mom did this or my dad did this, you know? I agree, Che. I agree. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Because a baby is not a puppy you could just give away. All right? People can have babies all the time. People get pregnant all the time, but it's a little bit more complicated when it comes to just giving away a child. It's a little bit more complicated, but that's just my opinion, you know? You said you know how you, Doc, you already know, right? You know how you say like you're like, I don't want to be like my parents when I grow up. And you're exactly like your parents. Like my dad drove me crazy. First of all, I love my parents, but they drove me crazy when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I don't want to be like X, Y, and Z. And here I am, late 30s, exactly what I thought I was. Some of the stuff, it's like, I can't even help it. Now I understand why they did or say it's a different way. Gypsy could be an advocate, not a YouTube sensation. Could so be an advocate, not a YouTube sensation. It's true, Body Illusions. You said, "Oh no, please." My hubby always says it to me that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But I'm trying to be different. No one is ever ready for a child. That is true. That is true, love. Girl, don't mess up your nails. But that's true. You know, things happen when they happen. And like I said, babies come. I don't know how people don't know. But babies come. Babies come. You said, "I chose not to be like my family. That's why I disconnected and have been in therapy for years." Shout out to you. Rather than be like my dad, than my mom. I do like him, but chunky. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we just got to be mindful. You said, "Poor kid. Don't think this marriage will last either. Unfair that the boy she manipulated into killing her mom is in prison, but she's free." And then there's that. And then there's that. Hey, Greg. Hey, Louise. Oh my God, all my people are coming through. Shout out to everybody. Y'all are awesome. Okay, so let's get it together. That's just my thought on that. Gypsy Rose is being thrown under the bus. Photos are being exposed as if we didn't even know what was going on. We already knew, okay? We already knew. You said, ooh, Jen. Okay, so let's get it together. Let's talk about Justin, and then we're going to talk about MrYeast. Let's talk about Justin, y'all. So I know I have some Justin fans here. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. Let me show you. Oh, well, I must be doing well if you thought that I was in my late 20s. But Jeff, thank you. Shout out to you. The leaked crime photos on X of Jip's mom was so foul. Yeah, but you know, KG, they've been leaked. They've been out already. They were out before they came to X. Well, maybe even before that. Way before that. Yeah, late 30s. But thank you. Hey, Tina. All right, let's get it together. All right. So for those JT fan stands, I want to know what you guys think about this, because I sat there. I saw this news. I think it was Friday. And I was like, I wonder how people are going to react to this. So Justin Timberlake's lawyer says singer wasn't drunk, should not have been arrested. JT's lawyer has an interesting line of defense in his DWI case, which, by the way, we're never going to see the body cam footage. Okay. By the way, we're never going to see the body cam footage. Okay. Y'all remember that? Greg's like, oh, Lord. He wasn't drunk. He wouldn't have taken the breathalyzer. Oh, Lord, Greg. Like, I took a lot of heat for some of the comments that I made because, you know, there's a lot of JT fans out there, right? There's a lot of JT fans out there. But, yeah. Yes. Okay, let's keep going. So JT's lawyer has an interesting line of defense in his DWI case. He was never drunk in the first place. In a statement obtained by USA Today Monday, his attorney, Edward Burke Jr., told reporters Timberlake was not intoxicated at the time of his DWI arrest in Sag Harbor, New York last month. The most important fact to know about this case is that Justin was not intoxicated and should not have been arrested for DWI. So he was like deliberately running like the stop signs. His friends intervened saying, hey, give him a break. Give him like, are we? This is, let me tell you something. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Purple Coconut. To be fair, mugshots don't have filters. I don't know, man. I don't know. See, y'all are going crazy in the comments now. I cannot. I'm just reacting to the mess. Okay. The most important fact to know about this case is that Justin was not intoxicated and should not have been arrested for DWI. This is what the attorney said. Okay. He said in a statement later, adding that police made a number of very significant errors in his case. Okay. The statement continued. Justin respects law enforcement and they have a very important job to do. Excuse me, hold up. Justin respects law enforcement and the very important job that they do. He cooperated with the police at all times and treated them with respect they deserve. He also respects the entire judicial process, including the district attorney and the judge who were in court today. Timberlake was apprehended by police in the Hamptons at about 12:37 a.m. on June 18th, according to the press release. Okay. Timberlake was pulled over from his 2025, which is we're in 2024. So he's got those cars that are released maybe 2-3 years before. I mean, I'm in 2024. Next year, some of y'all gonna have a 2026, right? Like, so he was pulled in a very nice car. All right. So he, after failing to stop at a stop sign and maintain his lane of travel. So he failed to stop at the stop sign. He didn't stay in the lane he was traveling. Upon investigation, it was determined that Mr. Timberlake was operating his vehicle in an intoxicated position, according to the police. Okay. I'm hard to love. Timberlake acknowledges arrest to fans at concert. So this is what he told his fans. Y'all remember, he's like, I'm hard to love. Addresses a fan at a Chicago concert in apparent response to his DWI arrest at the Selfish Singer 43 told the audience at his concert at the United Center in late June. We've been together through ups and downs, lefts and rights, Timberlake said in a video. Okay, it's been a tough week, but you're here and I'm here and nothing can change this moment. Oh man, oh man, oh man. He right, something like that. Let me know what you guys think. Right, he was thank you, Remy. Was cooperating up until he got to the breathalyzer. Trisha, I got dragged because I'm not a fan. But and like I said, like I just I don't know what to say, y'all. What comes around, comes around, comes around, something, 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 something round. Yeah, that song. Help me understand this. How does he get away with this shit? How? You still not a fan? I'm not a fan. Yeah, he danced right. Listen, y'all remember? And then we were playing that one video. It's like, if you're not drunk, you're gonna be able to take that damn test, right? What's the big deal? Cry me a river. He's bringing sober back. Okay. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you. I don't even know. Let me stop. If I wanted to sing, I actually could. I used to like be in various. Anyways, let me stop. But I like to mess around, and I haven't really busted a note in many, many years. You, girl said, "I'm a virgin," like he was sober. Ding. You say you'll never forgive him for cheating on Jessica? Let me stop. See, this is, let me take a drink of coffee. Erica's like, wow, I didn't realize I was here for the concert. He's bringing sloppy back. Yeah. Oh my God, y'all. I don't know what to say. So, of course, the fan stands are happy. And this is what Justin meant. He said, I know sometimes I'm hard to love, but you keep on loving me and I love you right back. Meaning, I'm hard to love, but y'all keep giving me money. Y'all keep attending these concerts, even though I'm a asshole. Y'all keep attending these concerts, even though I'm above the law. You guys keep loving me like I love you, and you keep loving me. That's what that means, okay? And so, therefore, he will never be held accountable for anything, okay? He won't. He won't. I'm sorry. Maybe I have already convicted him. That's what it is. Yes, I have. And let's just hope, okay, that, the next time, because a man has enough money to fucking buy a cab company, that he can get an Uber or a cab or something. But apparently, we're being gaslit now. You all are being gaslit. We're all being gaslit. It didn't happen. And you know what? There's no body cam footage. So are we going to fucking be able to verify this? No. We'll never know. Because they were able to figure something out to make sure that there was no camp, nothing. I don't know. So I guess I have a question. Y'all remember when we broke the story too, right? What happened to the buddies, right? The friends that were trying to like help the officer to let him go easy, to let him go. I mean, let me know. Let me know. So then there's more reports coming out about this situation. This one just came out right now. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Justin, drinking buddy, drove his car after Sag Harbor DWI arrest. So after the arrest, the friend drove the car. Okay. And by the way, there is like full on camera footage of, is this video appears to show Justin driving before the Hamptons DWI arrest. Okay. And he was swerving, running signs, not giving a shit, doing his thing. Chris Cuomo, who happens to live in this nice little area, said, "What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Like, everybody, why are we making a big deal about this?" Who was it? Gail King defending her friend Justin. That's another one. But anyways, I digress. Let's keep reading. Justin drinking buddy returned to the scene of his arrest and offered to drive his rental car to her house after the singer's drunk driving bust last month, according to a report. The sexy back singer, I don't like it when they do quotes of that, like the Crimea River singer, the sexy back singer, okay, who is currently in the middle of his world tour. So I think he's like in Europe right now, was stopped in the Hamptons last month after blowing a stop sign and swerving out of his lane. So I remember, if I remember correctly from the reports, it was said that he was more concerned about his tour than being stopped. Like he was just, he didn't care. He didn't care. Thank you. Thank you, Steve's like, yeah, we can't be mad. I'm from Long Island. Shout out to Steve. Steve's like, listen, celebrities driving drunk in the Hamptons is a tradition. So why even follow the laws? Just can't be mad, until they kill somebody, right? I mean, that's literally what it is. Wasn't he drinking other people's drinks? That's what I heard too. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So they got his back and it was still over 0.08. And then there's that. Okay, Timberlake was pulled over in Sag Harbor, Long Island after a midnight June 18th and charged with driving while intoxicated and cited for running a stop sign and failure to keep in his lane. This is what the court documents show. Now, we were talking about his eyes, that is like you could see the machine. That's how glossy his eyes are, but whatever. Despite being intoxicated herself, the unnamed woman whom the My Love singer had allegedly been drinking with that night drove his rental car to her property after Timberlake was in jail. So then she offered to drive the singer to her home where he could stay the night and sober up. The officer, however, refused to let Timberlake go. Remember, they were saying, I'll just drive him home. This is that friend. Instead, the woman asked the cops if she could take Timberlake's rental car to her house, given that the singer was going to jail, the outlets reported. Okay, so the cops allowed her to get behind the wheel despite her being allegedly under the influence. So everybody's drunk. Wow, you ain't never lying. I swear. The pop star's lawyer, Ed Burke, who is trying to get the case dismissed, is reportedly said to argue that the two young cops were off in their judgment by letting the woman drive after having a few drinks herself. Well, was she swerving? I mean, I do we know that she was drinking? I mean, she reported that they drank. That's a good. She shouldn't have been drinking either. So now this is a mess. So they're going to look into some kind of technicality to get this drinking. Beth, I think you should ask his wife that. What's her name? Jessica Biel? Why was he drinking with another woman, girl? Oh my goodness. See? Friends can have drinks. I don't know. I don't know. You said they probably linked up later. Probably, Team Maker. Hey, Miamo. Yeah. So y'all let me know your thoughts about that. We are moving on to MrYeast because we got to talk about MrYeast. All right, y'all ready for MrYeast? And I like I said, I have screenshots and I'll probably post it on the community wall. You cannot talk about MrYeast because you will get censored. I literally on one of my videos did the most like to like make sure that I don't like say words that would somehow try, you know what I'm saying, that would flag or wave something or some stuff like that. You cannot talk like I'm seriously, there's a lot of channels under attack right now between the Olympics, between MrYeast, between the Trump stuff, between like there's just it just feels like a very heated time and I've never felt this on YouTube. Then again, I've never been around during this time, like when there's like, you know, this would be my first go around when we have like an election coming up. So we do have to be kind of careful. I remember during the COVID stuff, people would flag channels and stuff like that if you were giving misinformation. You couldn't even say the C word for the longest time. So, yeah. So let's talk about MrYeast. Let me tell you what happened over the weekend. So, and shout out to the person that tagged me on Twitter and let me know, Rabbit, there's going to be a huge situation happening with the yeast, with MrBeast and Ava Chris. You have to like keep an eye out. Okay. So I thought it was a joke, but then there was a Twitter account by the name of something drama or something like that. I'll link it or whatever. And they did a drop of so many messages, Discord links, and different things where it shows, and now it all makes sense why MrYeast is very concerned about like his name being out there, you know, and this whole situation with Ava Chris and all this other stuff that's happening. Now it makes sense to me. Okay. So there's a couple of breakdowns. Shout out to the umbrella guy. Love him. There's another person here on YouTube that has also made a pretty good breakdown of how the situation has gotten worse. And let me tell you this, I'm just giving commentary. I'm not accusing the man of having committed a crime or anything. I do feel like he might have misled the public, and I do side eye, and I will not be buying any more yeast candy bars ever. My children won't either. That's just me though, because I was like, listen, you got one time to make it right when it comes to a statement, and when you don't do it right on the statement, girl, you just fucked up. You can't. Like you needed to bring that monostat shit, and you just no. No. Doesn't no, because I don't want you going to jail, girl. Don't be doing that. Okay. Don't be stealing no candy bars. I'm good. We're not buying. And I talk to, you know, the children. I say, we ain't buying that shit no more. I'm not supporting that anymore. Jordy T, I know, right? Between, oh my God. He didn't bring a ukulele to the statement, but I do like part of me is like, your audience is a younger audience. What are you doing? You said you've never been a fan of MrYeast. It's a different audience. So let's get into it. Okay. Shout out to this person, More Pegasus. I think that's the name of the channel. Much bigger channel than I am, but I love the little breakdown that they did. Let's give some commentary and talk about it.
New MrBeast allegations have just dropped, and it's not looking good for Jimmy. So last time we talked about Dogpack404's viral video where a former MrBeast employee exposes Jimmy for allegedly conducting illegal lotteries towards children, promoting gambling, faking his videos, forging signatures, manipulating who wins the prizes and monies in his game shows, and mostly giving it to his friends and employees rather than random viewers, and much more. Now, I mentioned in my last video that MrBeast was actually caught in the same Discord server where Chris Tyson was openly sharing prawn to minors. And now we have, allegedly, confirmation that it was indeed the real Jimmy, and it is seemingly provable by searching the archives and seeing that his account is linked to the MrBeast gaming channel, which is not possible unless you own the channel and can log in. Meaning,
boom. So he has been caught up in this mess now. How's he going to deny this? Because what did he say in his statement? I was not aware of, and I've been made aware of. Listen, we can go to the, let me go to the statement. Mr. Yeast, you, sir, effed up on this one. I'm sorry. And I was really trying to give the benefit of the doubt. This is what his statement says, okay? Now, were you not aware? Were you not aware? Hold up. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. That doesn't sound like that's what it was. Full on. Full on. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to make a statement, you need to like make sure you put that like you can't just lie, okay? You could have said over the past few weeks it's been exposed, these things have happened. Yes, I was part of that Discord. Yes, I engaged in certain things. Yes, I did. However, this is and the other. You know what I mean? Like, however, I'm not this person anymore. Something like that. But anyways, I digress.
Meaning, essentially, MrBeast lied in his response, saying that he just became aware of Chris's actions in the past few days, when in reality, he knew all along. As we know, he had the lollipop art hanging from his living room wall, and he was in the same server as Chris, sending messages, and he was best friends with Chris for over a decade, and defended him until the recent drama. Now, it actually gets worse for MrBeast and Chris, because 500...
Thank you. You said, I've been made aware that I've used this account, but I conveniently forgot about it. Yes, you know, like, I forgot the password. It's not who I am anymore. I want to disassociate myself from that. I don't stand behind that. Like, you know what I mean, Jordy T. Those kinds of things, you know? You said wordplay on the meaning, wordplay on made aware of allegations, meaning allegations only versus aware of actions. There's that. What did okay, love, I know, like we already talked about it. You got to go rewind the video, okay? Shout out to you. We knew that. So let me thank you. You're doing too much. Okay, I'm ready for these predators to be held accountable. Well, what did Cat Williams say? 2024 is that year, man. I don't know what, like, we got so much going on in 2024. I thought 2023 was interesting. Now 2024 is like, wow. All of these idols are falling from grace, right? It's too much. Too much. Thank you.
100,000 messages have been released to the public from that Discord server. Keep in mind, this is after Chris and his squad wiped out every message that they thought was incriminating, but there's still so many left. Moreover, Lava, one of the victims who was groomed by Chris, now recognizes that it was inappropriate and wrong what was happening in the server. So let's go.
Yes, but what I don't like, and shout out to Lava, I will say this. I've been following this. I did read the article from the Rolling Stones. So what I don't like about what they did there, it sounds like, okay, if somebody is being groomed, all right, like, and some of you guys may agree with me or not, all right, if somebody is being groomed or has been groomed in a situation, why is it upon the person who recognizes the grooming to call it out? Like, who should be recognizing the grooming? Should it be like this is the piece where I kind of teeter, where I'm like, wait a minute. So Like that might have happened, but you're also exposing their trauma in a way in which you have to kind of wonder what is your intent by exposing their trauma. Maybe they're not like recognizing that they've been groomed and they're not there yet. But I do kind of wonder about this. Does that make sense? And Cook 13 Doodle, thank you for Cookie, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you, Cookie. Um, is it just me? Like, so I feel like with the people that is being exposed with Mr. Beast, like, or Ava Chris specifically, why are people pushing people to be exposed as far as like the people that have been groomed? It feels something feels off about that. Okay. You said, Greg says, as someone who was groomed and abused at 16, I didn't realize it until I was older. But Greg, did you realize it because people pushed you to realize it, or was it somebody else? And then also, like, was it in a public platform like YouTube or other bigger channels and platforms? Like, that's the piece where I'm like, are you coming from a place, the person that's doing the exposing, are you coming from the place of like you're caring, or you're concerned that there might be other victims, or like what is the intent? Because I read the article that excuse me, not Ava, Lava GS interviewed for, and Lava GS was like, I feel like, you know, I don't feel like a victim, but I'm being pushed to like say things, and people are taking things out of context. And that's the piece where it gets a little bit like tricky for me, because doesn't that aid to their trauma as well, or whatever? You said, okay, when it comes to minors and SA victims, you should expose the groom, but Hunt, you should always expose the groomers. Okay, hold on. You should expose the groom, but you should always expose the groomers. I see. See, it's a tricky situation. Y'all, you know, A. Taylor knows what I'm talking about. Like, it's a weird way to kind of, it's a tough one, right? I think it should be done in a more private level. But it sounds like to me that the creators that wanted to expose this sat on this information. They were shopping for other creators to expose it. At least that's my understanding. Then when they got called to the carpet, they were acting like, well, we didn't like, that's not what we meant. And then they got exposed for also like pushing a political agenda about it. And that's the piece. Y'all got to watch the video that I did this. It was an upload, I think, on Friday. And that video also got like restricted because of it. But it was an important video to make because it gives more context to what Lava is saying, who is being used to put this information out, you know? He was in the chat all along, and he only removed himself once the sick truth came out. I have always given him the side eye, and now I know why. You said we need more people who are alive being exposed, being held accountable. I think that's why Lou Taylor isn't really hitting hard right now. You talk about Lou Taylor as well, but Lou Pearlman. I think that's what you meant too. When it comes to SA and minors, you said, hold up, let me go back. You should expose. Okay. You said, or did another person that was a victim tell you that you were groomed? That's a good point. That's a good point. Many people that are idolized are very exploitative. I've always had the feeling about him as well, says Amy. Sabrina, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Publicly becoming aware would traumatize the heck out of me. Okay. You should never publicly expose the groomer, but you should always expose the groom. Excuse me. You should never publicly expose the groomed, but you should always expose the groomer. See what I'm saying? Like, I love that you said this, beautiful messy ball. Yeah, you only realize once you make it to the groomer's age, and consider it if you do the same thing. So it's very similar. The way I see it is like Demi Lovato when she was dating, what the hell is his name? Fez. Like she didn't realize it until after the fact. Y'all remember? And she talked about that, and you know what else, God knows what else happened there too, you know. Hey, flash in the pan. All right, thank you. Definitely wasn't public. I was in the age that my abuser was, and I could never even see a 16-year-old sexually that way. Gotcha. Thank you for sharing, Greg. You said, I think if you help people understand what forms of abuse look like, it helps the victim expose it themselves. But minors need help with holding the predator accountable. Yes. Right, Gordon. In 2024, all lies will be exposed. And if you take it the wrong way, you know why you take it the wrong way. This is what Cat Williams said. Okay. Thank you, guys. You said, I only realized and accepted that I was being groomed when my abuser was sent to jail for his crimes against others. So much shame, confusion, mind games of seeing it all. Okay. Affection versus criminal. Okay. All right. Let's get it together and let's keep going. Yeah, Wilmer, thank you. I've been wondering about Wilmer Valderrama was going to get exposed because he went through he's been Sabrina. People have been calling Wilmer out. We called him out for his production company on the 7M thing. Like, that's a whole different thing too. And I was surprised. Speaking of Without a Crystal Ball, she was all for that. She was all for Wilder Valderrama production company and doing this, and yet he's silent about Scientology. The hypocrisy is so freaking crazy to me when it comes to, I don't know, these celebrities. But I wonder how much she got paid. I wonder how much these people got paid to do all that too, right? But they don't want to talk about their support of other cults. Okay, cool, whatever.
Let's go over these messages and explore this insane rabbit hole. Here we have a tweet by Drama Alert, a thread of all the weird things Chris Tyson allegedly said in the Discord with minors. She's only 14. Damn. Okay, so these messages are from 2018. Somebody posts an attachment. Chris replies saying she's only 14. Damn. And this is allegedly BB, which I'm not going to say her name. Otherwise, my last video got age restricted and demonetized, completely suppressed when I said her name. So what did you think she was? 16 and legal in some states. Oof, of course.
I'm muted. Y'all hear that? So his last video also got demonetized and completely suppressed. You can't talk about this stuff. And he's a moneymaker for YouTube. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, what the hell? It is disgusting. But this creator, yeah, like that's what I've been going through in so many videos. And then I've been like, I've noticed where I was like, oh God, I think I'm getting shadow banned or I'm getting pushed out or whatever. It's scary to talk about this stuff because you don't get pushed. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Of course, if she's 14, I'm 14. Chris allegedly sharing links to the famed lollipop artist Shadman, and Chris has linked the website. Chris the meme god, also referred to as Lollipop God, is back. Designated Lollipop, yes, it's me. Yeah, you're back. Ooh woo. What am I, a parent? Chris Tyson's alleged response to a request to delete an NSFW channel because there were minors in the Discord. I don't have any issue with the channel. What I have an issue with are minors that have access to said channel. Chris says, is there even a way to do that? Not really, no. So what do we do, lol? Remove it? No, people like it. Even if there was a way anyone can lie about their age. Yeah, true. And I mean, to be fair, the internet is full of prawn. Discord says if you can't regulate it, don't have one. It's the responsibility of the server owner to prevent minors from viewing prawn materials. Chris responds saying, what am I, a parent? Lol. I say we get rid of this because the fan base of MrBeast and Chris are mostly under 18. And Chris obviously completely ignored this and continued going with his absolute degenerate tendencies with minors. Chris says there's nothing more free than peeing in the shower facts, waterproof phone gang, and added an attachment of presumably his image. We only worship Jeebus around here. Challenge accepted. The god. Oh yeah, daddy Chris, that's a lot of moisturizer. Why are you in the shower? I don't know if this was a picture of Chris or something with minimal clothing, but this is bad. This is bad. Allegedly Chris Tyson role-playing. No, it is not. Buzzles your necky wecky. Fight me.
This all got leaked over the weekend. Okay? This, I'm like, how do you do a stream about this stuff? And then we get censored. Like, I don't want to do that.
He love you guys. Nuzzles PP. Nah. Unzips PP. Okay, Chris, you need to be locked up ASAP. Now, it gets really bad when you realize that MrBeast was also in the server sending messages. MrBeast and Chris Tyson Discord leaks. MrBeast allegedly complimenting Chris Tyson's PP size in Chris's Discord server with minors. No, he's not.
Look at that. I ain't never buying it. Nobody's buying a candy bar here anymore. We are unsubscribing. I'm sorry. But Mr. Yeast, your statement was off, in my opinion. You were well aware because you were engaging in that damn Discord. I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know.
His PP isn't big enough, I'd know. Mr. Beast, this is the actual Mr. Beast. No, I know his PP size and it's huge. Beast, are you gay the moment you, okay? I'll deep throat Chris PP. Haha, Mr. Beast joins in to comment on my PP size. I love it. And that's Chris. Vindication, Jake Franklin, Jake the Viking also tweeted out saying Jimmy knew. And then he says, I called it because these texts have been revealed. And it has been confirmed that it is actually Mr. Beast. It has been linked to his official account, as I mentioned. Oh Lord, it's going to be a long night. Okay, so I gotta mention a couple additional things that are happening on the side. Chris Tyson is being accused of SA by someone. I was SA by Ava Chris Tyson. Skina has come out with their story here. I'm not gonna go into it. You can go.
Wow. So now people are coming out. I don't know what. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like the clownery, the foolery. This weekend has been rough. I don't know what to say. Let's keep watching, y'all.
Go ahead and read it if you want. A lot of stuff going on here. I pretty much got to censor all of this or YouTube's gonna nuke me again, which I don't want. He's done. This is the nail in the coffin accusation. Is anyone else not surprised? Now, it turns out because the situation got so huge, Chris Tyson's own sister has come out saying that Chris is faking being trans as a fetish. I'm his sibling. He, and yes, I use the correct pronoun, told me that he...
I saw that message. His own sister is saying that. What is that all about? Now there's like family drama there too. Lord have mercy. Oh yes, Jen, I agree with this statement too. I agree with this statement. Yeah, you can't fake that. So I mean, I would hope you couldn't. I would hope, but I'm just saying, like, what does she mean by that?
He got fully aroused when he secretly stole my female clothes and put them on. He's deluded and disturbed, and it's 100% a fetish. He's narcissistic, and professionals have told him...
How did she know that he told me that he got fully aroused? Who talks to their sibling about that? I'm sorry, y'all. Do y'all talk to your siblings about that? Like, this is getting kind of... Y'all talk to your siblings about that? Let me know. Because I don't talk, I have a lot of siblings and I love them, but I don't talk about stuff like that. And they don't tell me stuff like that, y'all. This is giving me the I gotta, after I'm done with this live, this is what I have to do.
Time to put that phone down. Time to put that phone down.
Time to put that phone down. Okay? Because I was like, this is too much. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
He needs a full psych eval. This would be absolutely groundbreaking if he was mocking the LGBT community by, pretending to be trans or something like that. But I can't confirm any of this. These are allegations from other people, right? So I'm just reporting on it. And before anyone says anything, yes, it is confirmed that is Chris's sister. Former MrBeast employee Jake the Viking says, after seeing all of this, I'm glad that they fired me. I think nobody wants to be involved with MrBeast anymore, and he's going to have a really hard time hiring people anymore. Now we got to move on to the MrBeast Games situation. Basically, MrBeast is doing an Amazon show called Beast Games, and it's essentially one of his videos, but on a very wide scale, right? And tons of people are coming out with...
Thank you, Greg, for saying that, because I think, like I said, we have to be very mindful of things like that, because people, like, I thank you for saying that. And I am, like, I'm totally not an expert in any of this whatsoever. I just don't like hate being put on people if they're choosing to live a lifestyle that they've chosen to live. If I like my lifestyle, I'm not going to impose my beliefs on somebody else personally. But what is not okay is for you to be, whatever you choose you are, whatever it may be, for you to be perpetrating on younger kids or perpetrating on anyone. Like, let's not get those confused. So I appreciate, Greg, you saying that, if you know what I mean. Okay, you said that the AI summary for this video is everywhere, needs to get off the internet permanently. Ooh, Lord. You said, I just watch a deeper, shout out to Mandy D. I watch a deeper dive on the recent accusations. I haven't seen proof of the allegations by Moons. Yeah, that's interesting right here. So what I saw was she was mad they weren't exclusive. Maybe more evidence to come. Hey, Rhonda. But Mandy, like, I'm wanting to know about this too. What's this all about? There's just allegations. So are they internet allegations, or is there a police report? That's what I want to know, you know?
So many allegations that the environment was incredibly unsafe, with allegedly people being denied medication, being beaten by other contestants, given very little food. Some allegations that girls were tackled and assaulted by guys on the show with zero repercussions. MrBeast is a monster. MrBeast.
Let me know who the creator is. He said she basically got a job after they messed her up. Really? That's interesting. Huh. Go ahead and name the creator. Because I am kind of curious. Typically, I don't allow creators, but you know, and it depends. There's a big difference between being trans and cross-dressing. He's claiming to be the trans as many like Dylan Mulvaney. Oh, okay. It continues to be a mess. Okay. Thank you, Mandy. If you want to email it to me, let me tell you where my email's at. Hold up. And maybe we can do another live about it and talk. But like I said, I have to be very careful. This is my email, Mandy. If you can email me, I have to be very careful about this stuff because it's getting suppressed. Because this is like the golden boy, the golden yeast boy of YouTube, and I have to like be very careful when I talk about it. If this creator who has well over 300,000 subscribers is getting suppressed, I would imagine I'm a nobody here in terms of numbers, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome, A. Taylor. That's awesome. But go ahead and email me. I just gave you my email, Mandy. Thank you for the heads up. We might do another live on it. I just have to be very careful, if you know what I mean. It's weird. It's weird what you get censored for. But anyways.
MrBeast's alleged contestant speaks out, claims unfair teams and contestants being defressed after. MrBeast just wants to psychologically disturb people.
They eliminated 400 people the first day. Those 400 people, the majority of them were forced by the other team members to be on the specific team they were. Some were just about like physically like assaulted to be put onto one team, which ended up making it like the weakest team, since it was a lot of like elderly people, petite women, and people that just, I mean, they weren't willing to take on 6 guys that were surrounding them trying to take their vest so that they can actually be on that. Of the 400 people that left, the majority of them, I'd say at least half, are all extremely depressed. Like, MrBeast is a monster, and the games that he does are really cruel and sick. I mean, there are a lot of updates that I'm going to give. I made a video last night when I was prepared and planning on last night. It was supposed to be $1,000. That's like nothing.
Wow.
4 months. It was going to take 4 months to get to me, as MrBeast and his staff knew that I was homeless and had nothing when I went on the show, and I had to buy stuff for wardrobe to be on the show. Many people, sometimes they hadn't gotten their medication for like 2 days. Some of it was like epileptic medication, like really vital, necessary medication.
Okay, so some people are saying that she might be exaggerating, blowing it out of proportion, or she's just salty that she lost the game and she didn't win any money and she's a sore loser. Now, that could be the case, but...
Oh, man. All right, let me stop right here. I'm going to stop the video. So maybe I'll do another live. Thank you, Fiona. Fiona's like, you're not a nobody to us. Well, thank you. I'm just saying, like, meaning like if a creator that has a lot more money and a lot more following and a lot more, subs and stuff like that and more notoriety with a check mark behind their name can get censored, they'll definitely censor me. You know what I mean? You said his content has always been exploitative of his contestants, and not surprising. But I honestly, Amy, I thought I don't know, y'all. Like, I put up a picture on my community wall of Michaela, is it Noriega or something like that? The beauty influencer. And I used to watch a lot of her videos. But I mean, I feel like I'm so slow behind a lot of the exposing. Like I didn't know about Lashgate and I'm learning it. And I'm just like, I cannot believe that, like, and she pops up on my shorts. So I'm watching YouTube because she makes makeup look so fucking easy. And I'm like a simpleton when it comes to this fucking makeup. Like I do like the most simple things. So I was like, I want to do a video. Like I want to understand. And then I heard that she got exposed and all the drama that came out of it. And I was like, I don't know. Like this one, the other one, MrBeast, all these people that are getting exposed and, lying to their subscribers about products and, jobs and tricks and raffles. And so I just don't get it. Why is everybody doing that? I thought like I feel like people have taken, I don't know. I've been so thoroughly disappointed with a lot of people that I was subscribed to. I guess that's my thought as far as bigger creators. So I'm going to just, give my commentary to that. That's all. Well, and my eyeliner has been on point, but it's like, it's just an eyeliner, And so sometimes watching some of these beauty influencers or like a MrBeast or whatever, it's just something else. It's like, oh, okay, I can get some notes. And then I realized, I'm like, these people are frauds. They're fakes. It's all a fake. It's all a phony. Everything's a fake. Anyways, y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to head out because I got to go tend to baby bunny. But Cookie, thank you for becoming a member. Sabrina, thank you for becoming a member. You guys are awesome. And I feel like, what does that even... I have to question a lot of things, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. And I have to be careful because nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. You don't watch huge creators? I'm just like, I'm so disappointed. Iron Rabbit, but it is what it is. Oh, I love y'all. All right, guys, I gotta go, but you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Amy, you're so right about that. Myself included. Please don't, like, I'm just a little person over here. Okay? If you see me at a store, say hello. All right? Just don't follow me with the damn camera because then I feel some type of way about it. All right. Candy Live, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. I got to go, guys, but you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys later. I might go live later. All right? We'll do maybe a MrBeast, Mr. Yeast breakdown. But like I said, I'm worried about getting censored. I really am. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.